guys, so I'm going to be reacting to Shazam, the next movie in the DCEU. I don't recall, I think I've seen it maybe 2-3 times. I can't really remember. I mean, it's a fun little movie. Not, once again, not necessarily my favorite. It's really hard to really make me just adore a movie, so not necessarily an insult to Shazam, but yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, so it should be interesting to see exactly how this turns out, or how I feel by the end of the movie. So honestly, let's just get started. So does this classify as a Christmas movie, seeing as how the opening begins at Christmas? Mr. Mind.
All my powers will...
So how exactly did they choose, why did they bring him here? Is it because he has the potential to be, a very powerful? It just depends on, what you choose.
Seeking spell! Find me one soul!
Why didn't he just do this before? Or is that what he does? That's how I found the other kid. He did the seeking spell. So for Black Adam, was he tempted by the 7 deadly sins as well? Or is he just, he has the powers and everything. He just uses it to protect his own people. Not, everyone.
You really bought that, huh?
So is he always getting in trouble? Why does he keep, why isn't he in like juvie now?
Darla.
Big hugger.
Noticed.
The funny thing is I've been reading this. It's a romance. It's a series. It has like, I don't know, 8 books in it. But it's so funny because the characters remind me so much of these characters remind me so much of the characters from those ones. Because they all like tend to be really just unique and sometimes can come off as kind of weird. So it already makes me like this family more because I love that series. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the Pride series by Shelley Lawrenston. Such a great series with like shapeshifters and in that particular series, other series has gods and centaurs and dragons, stuff like that.
Oh no, the tofu!
Oh, we may have to eat a real turkey!
Full disclosure, I'm a vegetarian. That line made me laugh.
Kill you in your sleep in that thing.
It's obvious that they actually show it, or this is kind of a ode to Man of Steel and BBS.
Wait.
Thank you for this family. Thank you for this day.
After watching Aquaman, the dad, he reminds me so much of Jason Momoa, like the voice and everything.
Recurrent imagery.
She reminds me of someone.
Spying around on people who don't even know you're there, sneaking around everywhere. It's a total villain power, right?
I do like Freddy. He could, it could easily have become he could easily become annoying with the way he is. But at least for me, I actually do like him.
Let's do this. How do we do this?
Just,
It is interesting to see, them learning how to use their powers or testing their powers based on superheroes they already know.
okay, I read this deep dive into peer-reviewed studies about superpowers, and in 6 out of 10...
I love how the kid reads, like, analysis on, superheroes.
I'd like to purchase some of your finest beer, please.
So can beer actually affect him in this body? I don't like those shoes. They just look so goofy, but I understand that they were having trouble behind the scenes with them, so they ended up going with those.
Shoot him in the face!
Shoot me in the face! In the face?
I love how the robbers are just listening to this kid.
Billy, you're back. Let us see you. We're so worried about you.
I told you this is
a bad idea.
Freddy?
Sure did. It was taking a long time getting up those stairs. You know, the only thing I don't like about the Deadly Sins is just how similar they look. Maybe like in color-wise, because they all just look so similar. It'd been cool, I think, to get like really different looks and different colors. Just because they kind of all kind of blend together eventually. So was he just up there in the air holding the truck without anybody realizing that he was there? Because it sounded like it was, you know, in the same spot when he was holding it in the air, right, for dropping it. Yeah. People have problem with this, like, what he does as Shazam, but frankly, I honestly feel like he's just living the childhood he was never able to have. You know, he was abandoned by his mother as a child and hopping from foster home to foster home. So it's kind of a rough life, and so this just allows him to just be, I guess, free. He's just like goofing around and being his own, just goofing around and being a kid. Yeah, we're gonna act like that wouldn't fucking destroy the front of the bus. That it, you know, and probably hurt a lot of the people there. Even if he catches it, it still would fucking cause some damage to these people because of the sudden jarringness.
You just wish it was you.
No shit. You think? I would kill to have what you have.
I do like this line. Freddy's jealous of him because he's, you know, Bobo and have all these powers Freddy doesn't have. It's interesting because he's sitting there running and you probably think he's a coward. He's a 14-year-old kid. If you see a bad guy coming at you, and you're a kid, you're most likely gonna fucking run. It's just, you know, he's gonna have to realize that if he wants to be Shazam, he's gonna really have to, you know, decide, you know, whether what he wants to be, you know, he wants to be the hero. Man, Belly sure is fast.
Call me Mary.
At least he figures it out faster.
I saw you
Well,
after. So.
at least she admits it. She didn't act like, oh, you know, I looked for you all this time. Honestly, this is the saddest. I think one of the saddest moments in the DCEU. Billy learning that his mother just abandoned him. I do like that transition. Billy, or Zachary Levi's face when he's trying to be super serious, intimidating. You know, the you know, pursed lips and scrunchy face. Reminds me so much of the trailer, Henry Cavill in the Superman or the Justice League trailer, where he does like the scrunchy face when he's in his his heat vision. I think it just looks so adorable when they do it. What exactly are these doorways to?
Subway, think about any place except for here, okay?
I do think that's hysterical. They just transport to a fucking strip bar.
Really, that's the first place you think of. Wow. Why can't I see what's inside?
You are not old.
Mary.
Old enough to know that
You are not old enough.
Not my thing.
So is Carlos gay?
Be cool. Act naturally, like kids naturally act in a carnival. He's not gonna.
Is that him? Oh my god! Okay, guys. Okay, he's an impersonator.
Yes. Act normal when you're literally a sore thumb. You stick out like a sore thumb.
If a superhero can't save his family, he's not much of a hero.
And Batman clutches his chest in pain.
Here, take it.
Is that toy that he wanted when he was a child? You see, I think some of the costumes could get a little cheesy. Some of the costumes are a little cheesy. I'm not sure if they're exactly going, if they wanted to make it a little goofier. I think I heard somewhere that this is, you know, these kids are creating these costumes. So this is what they picture themselves as, I guess.
Guys, check out these guns.
I do kind of like the idea that they keep the mentality of, you know, whatever age they were. So despite the fact that they look like grown-ass adults, they still act like children.
Oh.
So you ever think that the way that people treat them now, you know, they're cheering and happy and all that, after what happened to Man of Steel, BVS, and then Justice League, you know, you think that Superman sacrificing himself for the world and making people realize that he isn't necessarily the bad guy, this influenced their attitude of, you know, people's attitude towards them in a positive way. Because Superman made them realize that these super beings aren't necessarily there to hurt them. I think it would be a lot funnier if they'd done like Batman. Okay. You know, Batman shows up at school. Certainly would think it's a hell of a lot cooler to have Batman as a fucking friend, because that fucker is terrifying. Definitely would probably cut down on the bullying. But yeah, that was the end of that. It's pretty much like most of the others I've seen so far, or a few of the others. It's fun for like a one-time watch, but after that I pretty much forget about it. I don't seek it out. It doesn't really, you know, I guess inspire me. It's just, frankly, it's just the way I am, I think, when it comes to superhero movies. I tend to like the more deeper, sometimes the more serious, you know, with a lot of internal conflict. I really kind of like that, but I don't really have problems with most of the superhero movies. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Shazam. So next is going to be Birds of Prey, which I'm excited about because just from, you know, my impressions of watching them, I think I watched it like three times maybe. I did enjoy it. It had everything I really did enjoy, so it should be interesting to watch it again, see if it's influenced, if it's changed, because I'm gonna see how it's changed after watching like all the DCE movies up to Birds of Prey. So yeah, if you want to see that, just keep an eye out. I'm gonna try to get them all done by Wednesday or Wednesday night, so that Thursday I can focus on Justice League. So yeah, so if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to get notifications about the videos I put out, and you guys have a nice night, and stay safe out there. Bye.